player. Like, he will survive. You don't die. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god, I came up unironically gonna say this. I think Jay is at the slight disadvantage. I actually think
you know where that came from? This is circle back earlier, the IGN article.
Look, it all comes together in the end. That's the storyline, baby.
My face right now, if I had the camera on it, I'm the grimacing emoji. But Void coming in here with another beautiful bird fun fact. Just remember, if you're sussed out about anything that Void tells you to Google, 99.9% of the time it is a bird picture. And yeah.
I still like the rainbow bird he put in last time.
Yeah, that was very cool. And man, Moose double robbed OSW and Jayden. I guess if you're top 2 seeds and Moose is producing the tournament, you're not allowed to have a fun fact.
Yeah. So I'm actually very excited to watch Jayden because she entered, I believe, the Tetris event and the swap event at Puyo Collision in GB. And I forget if they won the Tetris one, but I know on the PPT2 bracket for swap, or sorry, PPT1, they unfortunately got second, so I kind of want to see the redemption arc for Jayden.
If I remember correctly, Jayden and Rinto won the doubles event for that.
Yeah, that's right, because they had like the crazy round 1 losers run. They lost like round 1, and just like popped off in losers.
Yeah, that was some crazy stuff. But as we move on here, a quick 3-chain coming in from Void there, canceling in Jayden says, but Jayden has this fractal right away.
Yeah, Void's still a little sussy right now. Not the worst, but you can see like you can pre-prep the reds. But it's still kind of a little weird, a little wonky, if you will. Okay. Has to dig down to the reds. Might even get the yellows? Yes, he will. You kind of see already like how Void plays his stuff so much in advance that gives him such a big advantage, I think, over the other Puyo players in this matchup. Oh, did I even go for the purple clear? Kind of crazy.
Yeah, Jayden right now doing a great job at not taking a lot of garbage in from Void. Using it perfectly. But oh no, some more misdrops coming in.
Yeah, you don't want to see it if you're Jayden right now. She really does not want misdrop against Void of all people. The cleanup is not too bad though. But it took so much time because so much Void got.
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of like the struggle with misdropping in Puyo vs Tetris. A lot of the time, the misdrops aren't fundamentally hard to fix. However, you're just giving Puyo so much more time to get some leg room, when usually the Tetris player is very fortunate in terms of being able to stun off the Puyo player.
Yeah, that 32 diff, honestly. Look at that. Another good attack. It's even gonna go to the 4. It's so hard for Jay to get down right now. Almost having to opt out of the T-spin. Oh, had to opt out of the T-spin. Oh, I hate to see it.
Yeah, and Chen coming in perfect time. Jay had a little bit of down stack there. A bit of combo bonus to cancel some of the garbage. So a little bit of a 3-chain coming in from Void. Jayden just not prepared for that. They need to find their way down, and first point of this set goes to Void. I can already tell from this, it's going to be a good one.
Oh yeah, Void coming out exactly like I expected, right? We saw the power chains for almost like the majority, until I hit late game, he's like, okay, it's time to really start throwing hands. Terrifying. But Jayden, 6-3, coming out, looking good still though. Here's an interesting question for you, Edge, for the Tetris. When you're building 6-3, do you prefer your trash to appear under the more built side or the less built side?
I feel like this is kind of... So this actually depends on what you're looking for, right? Because if you're looking to continue your 6-3, you want it under the side with less trash. At least this would be personally the player. But you want it under the side that's less built. But if you're kind of looking to build more, I guess. If you're kind of looking to continue your 6-3, like early in the PVT match of a Tetris player, if you want to keep consistent pressure without potentially interrupting it via the down stack, I would say it doesn't necessarily matter where it shows up. Probably better to be under the more built side, so you don't have to worry about accidentally opening it up and having to adapt to the point of the garbage. So I think generally, some would say that having the garbage accessible would be best.
I get that. Meanwhile, Void actually fought for his life. He almost got a little bit of a Drowdo on his board. Having to not commit to the purple because he knows it would cover that 13th player, I mean, he wouldn't be able to down stack. Oh god, but he's living. It's okay. Oh my god, wow, it actually works completely. I can't believe it was a 5. Because that just changed the entire, I would call it the word, English. The entire situation was set. Oh, he's already all the way down.
Yeah, Jayden right there. Finds some nice T-spins and stuff, but you have to make the way down. This cheese brutal right here.
Oh, yeah.
It's all just on one side. It makes it very hard, especially when you have to build up like this.
Yeah, look at Void's side build. He built like 2 different triggers just in case he got droughted, and when he did, he's like, okay, it's got the optional one. It just gave him so much room.
And Jayden doing a little bit of play at the top of the board. TP's kind of putting a rut into their plan.
Void kind of like Giga extending just to kill confirm.
Yeah, and Jayden realized that there's nothing that they could unfortunately do about that.
Yeah, man, this is so stressful for Jayden. Like, I felt like in the USW set, right, he was able to misdrop. Yeah, like, okay, we're out of there. But then Jayden has not had this like same luxury.
Yeah, I find it very well. Speak of the devil, damn it, Icy.
Yeah. Let's see, what can I say?
What I was gonna say is, I think Jayden, like, just due to the nature of how they stack, it works extremely well when they play without misdropping. But then when they misdrop, it can very quickly fall apart if the fix isn't found swiftly.
Makes sense. Like, another power setup for Void. Jayden's been so good. A good, like, double setup as well. Oh, can I make a triple? Ooh!
Yeah, very nice right there. Excited to get a bit more garbage here on Void's side, who just don't have a lot to deal with right now. So it's very good that they're kind of prioritizing this. But Void's doing a good job at just keeping it off of their board. Right there. Very little trash they have to deal with.
Looking nice, man. I'm actually really happy that Jayden, she did the triple. Because triples used to be like very meta in this matchup because they send such a large amount of damage. But they kind of fell off because no one could make the infinite triple work. I feel like more people have started to realize that, like, wait a second, well, mid-game triples just to clean up are actually super powerful. They block so much damage.
Yeah, I think they're better to use as like a cleanup tool, because if you find a TST after a misdrop, you can block a lot of garbage with it, and also, you know, and also get down. Because a lot of times when you build a TST like this, it kind of helps you manage your stack a bit. It's set up for later doubles right here to continue down stack. This delay down stack, unless you get really lucky. But at the end of the day, it's a sacrifice worth making, especially with someone like Void who's so consistent at sending frequently.
Yeah, you're seeing it right now here too. Like, most people get stun locked by what Jayden was doing, but not Void. Void's like, yep, that's just another day in life. Okay, never mind. That's kind of looking grim.
Yeah, but just in time that Jayden is misdropping, so could give Void a bit of an opportunity, but the garbage on their board is so rough. It's just gonna top them out.
Yeah, you hate to see the more vertical garbage as a Puyo player, because it means more splitting or having to rely on like same color pair Puyos, and that's never fun. Actually, one thing I actually really like about what Void does as well is he goes for a lot more of these 2-column builds that you're not really seeing from anyone else today.
Yeah. I'm seeing a bit more of 3-column. I think that's probably the most like popular for this kind of thing. But Void's just downsizing that even more.
True. 3-column is actually the most popular when it comes to all clear starts in Puyo. That kind of have like a similar function as Tetris, where it's like just an immediate rock. But 2 columns are technically doable as well. But the main issue with two columns is a lot harder to chain if you're not experienced. Because you only have two columns, right? For the three games build flat sometimes. Man, this is so much survivability from Void right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Void is amazing at keeping Nuisance off of their board versus the Tetris player.
Yeah, because like we're pretty deep into the round now. Like, look how many points Jayden has, like 60k, and Void still has hardly any trash on his board still.
Yeah, and keep in mind that 60k accentuates even more when you consider that Jayden's been forced into a couple of downstack ruts right now where scores haven't really been gained as fast.
Oh, but this might be huge for them. Look how high up, they just cover it entirely of Void.
Yeah, Void's so high up, and unlike some previous scenarios that we see in different matches, they haven't dumped many resources over there onto the other side where they could build a little bit of a mini chain to help them dig. There's just nothing up there.
Yeah, but Jayden taking the set lead this time.
Nope,
So
2 to 3 right now. We're for a long one and a goodie at that.
Oh yeah. Okay, this is gonna go to some old school meme-ish. I remember when people used to say the plan for the Puyo player is to wait for Tetris to get tired after all the buzz you have to press. I actually think that's like almost. Well, technically is a meme. I think there's a layer of truth to it though. I can't help but feel like if you don't have the stamina, it can be kind of rough for the Tetris player.
Yeah, absolutely. They just fundamentally make sense. Like a marathon runner is gonna be
Very tired after the marathon.
Marathon. My brain freaking turned off. Oh my god.
Okay. We got there. Like I literally just called Chrome Cream. Like we all get one.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, what I say is like the marathon runner is gonna be like a lot more advantageous in this thing than like the sprinter, I guess you could say. Whereas someone who plays well for short bursts, obviously is just not gonna have the advantage how long these rounds consistently last each time. Hitting 60k bare minimum score each time.
Yeah, it's insane. If we're still like finding these crazy 5 chains too on top, there's like never a dull moment because something is always happening. Truly is the life. Oh, that perfect should be huge though. There's like no easy way down from this. It's gonna cover. It is. This is bad for Void. Needs another purple. It's almost there, but will he be able to go? No, he won't. Oh, that hurts. But there you go. First perfect clear of the set, I think that was.
Wow.
Some adaption coming through just a little bit. But also a new build form from Void as well to kind of deal with it.
Yeah, and moving on, Jayden starting off quickly, clean 6-3. They're actually probably going to be able to maintain it, canceling out all of that. This is really good for Jayden right here. They don't have to deal with any trash from Void's early sends.
Oh yeah, it's super nice. Thankfully for Void's side as well, he's also not having to take any trash.
Yeah, absolutely, but advantage more in Jayden's court due to the fact that Tetris can more consistently send the trash. And as you can see now, it's just starting to pile up on Void's board. This definitely tells us that Void's early advantage, which allows him to stay so clean, comes from rushing in the early game, being sure that those early Tetris attacks can be countered. When that falls off here, makes it a lot harder for him and his strategy to work.
I agree. It's definitely very difficult too, because like sometimes the queue doesn't give you what you want for an early rush strat. So you have to stay like super on the fly and adapt to like, what you're building. But Void is doing such a good job at this top of the board. Wow, I'm actually astonished that he's alive.
Yeah, and Jayden unfortunately miscalculating. Pieces came in for that TSP overhang. So putting in a little bit of rough spot, having to start down stacking now. But Void here, moving on their dig as well. This is back to what you're used to.
Yeah, this did not look like it was going to be like a 100k round. From what we were watching. But it's hitting there. Oh my god, Void's not going to get yellows, it looks like, to get down. It's not enough time. There you go. Some of the brutal parts are just unlocking there too. Like you saw like all those little skims. and it's managed to Puyo couldn't drop enough pieces in time.
Alright, sitting here. Nice 3-chain. Clean up most of the nuisance here on Void's board. Also, canceling out Jayden's Sen right there, giving him a lot of time to just like kind of cleanly stack build this chain up.
Yeah, I think Jayden's adaptation has been so clean this set. It's been looking really rough for Void because Jayden is slowly starting to creep away with the lead.
Yeah, it's seeming like it here. I think they're understanding that early game, they need to be a lot more aggressive, which is why you're probably seeing the lack of a down stack right here.
Yeah,
because they need to set themselves up, and by set themselves up, I mean set Void up in a worse position for when margin hits.
Oh, they're live off still. Just that little like savior clear.
Yeah, that's crazy right there.
That feels bad for Void though. You really want them to be the kill. Oh, they're gonna get.
Absolutely.
Oh my God! Still barely alive.
Use the correct rotations for that as well. If Jayden pressed the other rotation button, they were toast.
Oh, there you go. Man, that really had me sweating a little bit there for Void. Oh, like, oh God, there's no way. I feel like the player never wants the Tetris player to be in the lead because it's so hard to come back.
Oh yeah.
Break down and cry if that happens. Can you just like
would be shed.
God, you need one more red. There it is. Don't cover it. Oh, the 1 in 6. It do be like that sometimes. Oh, this feels bad.
As is the life.
Yeah, now you're dead. Just that 1-6. Sometimes it's just all it needs. I feel like that was like probably the first instance tonight where the 1 in 6 actually mattered during the set.
Yeah.
What can you do?
As is the life. Oh,
Yeah,
Jayden's trying to excite this early pressure even more. Look how hard they start on that second stack right there. Not even thinking about doing T-spins right now. It's just all Tetris is. They're trying to push out the attacks as fast as possible. We're now starting to get to the point where we start to see Void take the advantage. There's a lot getting built right there.
Oh yeah, and look, it's gonna claw down too.
Power 4 from that. Lots for Jayden to take in right there. Yeah, make it a little bit more difficult with the Swiss drop, but they're live. They're very healthy as well, especially with what's about to come for them. But another chain.
Oh my God, dude, how close this push up is. It's gonna force some skins, but the Tetris well is so clean from the power chains earlier.
Yeah, as we were talking about earlier, we're seeing the effects of the power chains here that we were just talking about. Definitely more advantageous when the Tetris player can access the garbage, but when that doesn't happen, so good for the Puyo player to send more.
That was so risky from Boy. I don't know if that was worth it, but it's gonna still dig down. Oh,
yeah, chain's working out right now for him. Coming up for it, bringing Jayden all back up to the top again. That drop right there is really rough. Really the entire flow for what they were playing with the down stack.
Yeah, let's Void get just a little bit longer, but the texture get covered, so it gets unlocked. Oh God, there it is. You don't want to see this right now if you're a Void, because this is not where you want to be.
Yeah, at that point in margin here, finally got the single sending damage. This could be a lot easier for Jayden to stun when they're down stacking. Yeah, and in fact, with how Void plays, I definitely recommend trying to stun as much as possible. Oh, yeah. They're so fast.
And look at, they still got a fortune off of what looked like certain death almost. You see, like, Jayden's definitely tried. You can see all the 1 clears. They're looking kind of nice.
Absolutely.
I'm so stressed right now for Jayden.
Also, shout out to the Tetris Amateur Weeklies crowd for coming in. Welcome to Day 2 PCO 7. Got a super hype match here for you. We're going to continue this coverage.
Yeah, Void probably the best Puyo vs Tetris right now of the active players. And Jayden, also one of the best Tetris players. Doesn't lose the 1 in 6 this time though. Oh, that's gonna be pretty nice. Look at that, gets him down.
Yeah, ooh, very interesting. Putting that O piece over the garbage hole for the count to Void. Prioritizing damage right now, which is very good in the margin stage. Void's getting buried.
Yeah, the 1-6 happening again, covering the blues. There's not a lot of dig down options. Gonna be forced to try and use a 6 to try and clear something. It's gonna help. Oh, wait a second. There's no way. They did not just get that. Hellfire.
Damn.
How? Where does it come from? He's one red. It's not showing up. There it is. Oh, just the time. Bro, you have to be kidding me. There's no way he just got down from there. This man is on some shit. Look at that.
Amazing save right there. And now, all on the attack.
I can't believe you just won that
Jayden
round.
cannot have Void getting through that stuff, because if they're also garbaged up, especially at that point in the match, it's super hard to recover from that.
Yeah, dude. Gorilla Boy coming out right there. I don't know how to describe it. He just went ape and then died. Oh, hey, all clear, Smile. But he can't dip because of Tetris.
Fishing right there. So close. Unfortunately,
Really-
no catch on that one.
But really good for Jayden there because it forced Void still take damage. So no way for them to stall for time. Oh, they're gonna get a nice 3 though. Oh, look at that giant pillar. It's gonna make it so hard to use resources. Okay. Another 3. Or sorry, 2. I'm so tense because every time now I just don't believe Void's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not gonna
It's just understandable with how they're able to recover, but looking pretty grim at this point. Jayden also has this a little bit of a rougher misstrat to deal with, but able to find that spin with how they structure their stack. So it just becomes super easy.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. This is insane.
Okay, I found out what it was called. Someone in chat just said it. DSTSD. That's the Trinity thing that we saw earlier.
Okay, there we go. Thank you, chat member. Okay, Void finally
Answered the
dead.
question from an hour ago.
Yeah. Dude. This is crazy. Like, the amount of work Jayden had to do just to kill Void there was crazy to me. You don't see anyone else survive like that.
Some crazy stuff. Ooh, so close to that Tetris PC on Jayden's side. That would have been some rough damage.
No, Void can't get to the yellow.
But either way, this Tetris PC still means super clean board. Timing a little bit there as that chain came in from Jayden. Just the slightest amount of time allowing him to cancel off some damage. And Tetris, it's all a race.
Yeah. It's okay though, because Void's still getting down, but he doesn't have any resource on the board. Like, he has a little bit scattered. But there's so many reds, not gonna give him easy ways to build.
Yeah, and Jayden is just putting that pedal to the metal. Great donation coming in from them right there. Going to continue to stack up the 6-3 on top of the garbage. They realize that Void's in a rough spot with a lot of the nuisance. There's no reason for them to try and consider safety at this point until they see Void in that better spot.
Oh, it's looking like it's about to be in a good spot right here, though, because those blues are going to link on the way down. Freeing up a lot of resource.
Yeah, for sure. See a bit of an anchor right there on Jayden's side. And now, Void's going to get back to chaining. Right there with a 4 already. So much damage going over on Jayden's board. But this shouldn't be too bad till it's down. Garbage is relatively clean. It's got a lot of easier down stacking, but Void's just able to build up that pressure. How Jayden's chaining the combo, and just nothing's going over there, so nothing's stopping Void.
Yeah, that was rough. They didn't look like there's a too. Oh, that's an unfortunate miss drop. It's gonna get rid of all the opener damage. But Void also making a little oopsie doopsie. Well, okay, we take those, you know, even game. I know Billy did this too, but I really like watching the player for actually just like, be aware enough to wait for the damage to come in, so you take it all at once and don't get stunned.
Yeah.
Just a little adaptation right there. Okay.
Going back into it, great kited from Jayden. It's so satisfying to watch them play, especially when they're on the stride. Because it's super clean back-to-back. Not a lot of people can dish out.
True. I mean, it's so fun watching her play against Void too, of all people, because it's literally just a tennis ball court right now.
Yeah. It's so
Okay.
cool to see and like pick out the Mid school things different in their play style from the traditional, and see how it's giving them the advantages that they have in this set.
Yeah. I think honestly my favorite part about this matchup really isn't like how different each plays, but how expressive it is at the same time. Oh, that's gonna be kind of awkward though, but easily defendable.
Yeah, as you can see right there, able to cancel it out, send a line or two of garbage to Jayden. Jayden right now working through that back-to-back, watching the soft drop so they don't accidentally rotate early.
It's kind of scary because yeah, they got cleared that line right away. They're gonna bank for the blues, and they're coming. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a nice bit of damage. Jayden needs to get down now, because she will not have a lot of time. Oh,
well,
the
combo perfect time still continuing right here. Rock going over to Void's side. That's rough.
Oh no!
And there's another combo going through. Yeah, I don't think Void's skating away here. Sorry, my dude.
You're one piece away from actually surviving that. God damn! But you saw like how much of a down stack Tetris needed to get that confirmed kill.
Yeah, for sure. It was It was like an 8 combo to send the first rocket. That probably 3 or 4 to like finish off the couple pieces of nuisance that they needed.
Yeah. Oh, look at that down stack though from Void, or not the dig. Now I'm confusing my modes. Oh my god.
And then they could be used interchangeably.
True. I'm never wrong. That's right, baby. I'm not gonna wait for the blue. Interesting. Gonna save the resource. It is a really rough one for Void. There is not a lot of easy ways to dig this out. Oh, those yells might be enough. Oh no, not with how they're dropping though on that trash.
Ooh, a rough misdrop there from Jayden. Immediately fixing up with that T-spin send, and there you go, achieving their 9th point. Void doing really well here, but Jayden is continuing that gradual adaptation.
Oh yeah. Man, Jayden definitely starts to slip away with the set though. 3-point lead. I think this is the biggest that we've seen like the entire set.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. It's been super close, so kudos to both of them for keeping each other on their toes. But you know, now we're starting to see something form.
Oh yeah. I feel like a lot of this is Jayden's been able to adapt their 6-3 build to be super effective after realizing how Void wants to play early game, like you mentioned earlier. Like,
Yeah, for sure. And we're just seeing that here, consistently firing off 2 and 3 chains to make sure all this garbage disappears.
Yeah, it just doesn't have anything right now. It's gonna be hard to call this one out.
Yeah, for sure, and especially with Jayden's finding attack sequences like those, it'll be even harder because all that garbage is coming in so quickly, whereas sometimes they're a bit more spaced out.
All right, though, there you go. That's what you want to see from Void. Good dig down. He's gonna get another Hellfire. Damn. It's still hard to commentate this just because like I'm so memorized with watching.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Did he just extend that? There's no way. There is a purple up there. Uh-oh. This actually might be kind of scary for Jay because look how far down that digs. Oh my gosh, a 6 chain? Off the top.
And that combo right there is just not enough to cancel the incoming sends. It's unfortunate, but Void just had so much. 7-9 now. This first to 11 set.
God, that Ghost Row was so clutch. Really helping claw back the set 2 for Void. Who really needs it right now. It seems like the adaptation from him has been just keep clearing 2 chains and survive.
Yeah, it's been working out well for them. Once Jay gets on the strike, it can be a bit hard to continue this pattern.
That is true. I'm sure Jayden will notice. I'd be like, wait a second. You can't do that.
Yeah, make him not do that.
Yeah, 1 piece away again for Void. Really unfortunate, but I think it's a match point now.
Yeah. I think it is showing where Jayden with their speed advantage is starting to like catch up and notice that at certain moments they need to really amp up the speed. Make sure they're just sending.
Oh yeah. It's terrifying right now. Oh no, this could be very dangerous. When he's like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
blue.
they're going full sprint right now, and it's gonna be so much for Void to handle. First, like 3 or 4 attacks for just Tetrises, probably at like sub 35 easily.